You are looking at a mouthpiece made by a mouthpiece maker from Florida named Rafael Navarro. This is the Bob Mintzer signature model Bebop Special. It's a mouthpiece that I've worked on with Rafi for the last year, and we've got it to a place where I feel extremely comfortable, and I think other people will as well. I use basically the equivalent of a 3.5 reed. I'm using the Ishimori Woodstone reeds on here. The 4s, which play a little more like 3.5. And it's just a comfortable mouthpiece. It allows me to do everything I need to do, which includes playing loud, playing soft, being able to articulate clearly, cleanly, particularly when playing, fast bebop lines, things like that. It allows me to play bright. It allows me to play dark. It allows me to play controlled from the bottom of the horn to the top of the horn, and essentially have my sound. It doesn't get in the way, and it's a finely crafted, beautiful mouthpiece, and I'm really inspired by playing it. I've been enjoying playing it quite a lot. I have not played a lot of mouthpieces over my career. I generally stick with one. I mean, my philosophy is stay with a mouthpiece as long as you possibly can and really learn how to play that mouthpiece, because each mouthpiece has its idiosyncrasies, it tunes differently, it responds differently, and I think you need time to get with the mouthpiece. And once you've got it and have this relationship, I think a lot of nice musical things can happen as a result. Now, this is my philosophy. Other people differ on that. The mouthpiece determines the level of brightness, darkness, ability to control volume and timbre. It really determines the proportion of the overtones in your sound, and it's really a crucial component of producing a pleasing and nice sound on the saxophone. I think a good mouthpiece lasts forever unless something happens to it. I mean, ebonite pretty much stays the same forever. It will outlast me, that's for sure. I mean, sometimes they change, they might warp slightly, but I've never had a mouthpiece I played go bad, shall we say, over time. It's always kind of maintained its integrity, and again, my take on it. Everyone is a little different, and in the case of this mouthpiece, this is, it's machine tooled, but there's a lot of handcrafting that goes into it. Ralphie would send some mouthpieces, I would play them and report back, basically. Too bright, too dark, too resistant, not resistant enough. And he would listen to my sound. I went down and visited with him, and he listened to me play, and he's familiar with my playing. So he pretty much knew what I sound like and what I do. And I think the real art of a mouthpiece maker is to fashion a mouthpiece that conforms to the player, and I think in order to do that, you really have to be familiar with what the player does, what he sounds like, how he plays. The right mouthpiece can make somebody sound like themselves, and the wrong mouthpiece can make somebody sound terrible. So it's pretty crucial. You want a mouthpiece that, again, allows you to make the sound you're hearing in your head. You want to focus on music. You don't want to be distracted by equipment. So the right mouthpiece is just there. You're not thinking about it because you're able to do what you're hearing. And it works freely, and I wouldn't say effortlessly, but with far less effort than if it weren't the right mouthpiece. This Bebop Special model, I think, would work for a lot of different people doing a lot of different things. Like I said, it has a very wide spectrum in terms of what it's able to do. The dimensions of this thing really, in great part, determine brightness, darkness, response, and quality of sound.